Hey guys, Brett here, connecting from UbiCentral, and today we finally got some new gameplay of Watch Dogs 2. One of those actually being a commentated walkthrough, while another is a Q&A with creative director Jonathan Morin. I will of course put links to both of those videos in the description down below if you missed them. And I should have a quick analysis video up later this week, although it won't be a full-on breakdown, but I will still try to point out some things you may have missed. Anyways, with that said, let's get started with today's video. Alright, so we have a bunch of new information about online multiplayer, more specifically bounty hunting and online co-op. As far as online invasions go, it's basically the same from the first game, except you have your drone and RC jumper, which definitely changes up things a bit, but the core mechanics are pretty much the same except for one last thing. So in Watch Dogs 2, you are limited to 2 players if you want to do a co-op mission or explore the open world. With that said, you can actually be invaded by another player while in a co-op game. So, for example, if you and your friend are just driving in a car together, someone can enter your world seamlessly and hack one of you. Obviously, this will be a challenge for said person since there's technically 2 players, but if successful, they will get a lot more followers / points, which will go towards an online leaderboard. But more on that later. In addition to online invasion, there is a new game mode called bounty hunting. As a hunter, your goal is to take down your target by any means necessary, and the police will also be on your side to help take down the enemy. If you're the target, your objective is to survive long enough to break your pursuer's line of sight and escape. So if you want to become a target, this can happen by causing mayhem in the open world or by doing it manually on your phone. And if you want to be a hunter, you can do this on your phone or seamlessly as well. It's definitely worth noting that bounty hunting can be 1v1, 2v1, or 3v1 if you're playing by yourself. However, if you're in co-op with your friends, you can trigger bounty hunting manually, and it can be a 2v1 or 2v2. I know it's pretty confusing, but hopefully I explained that somewhat well. If you have any questions, I'll try my best to answer them in the comments down below. But yeah, I actually had the opportunity to play bounty hunting at Ubisoft Montreal, and I have to say this game mode definitely has potential, and hopefully will keep players coming back to the game after release. Almost every game was intense. There was even a point where I was riding a dirt bike and fell in my friend's truck, who happened to be the target, and I actually shot him through the back window while he was driving, and that was honestly one of my favorite moments from playing the game. So yeah, I definitely think this mode has potential. Co-op missions will be in Watch Dogs 2, and as I mentioned earlier, they are limited to 2 players, or you can try and tackle them by yourself, although it's very challenging. These missions can be replayed as much as you would like. They have different objectives, enemy types, and different spawn points, so you won't be doing the same thing every single time. Thank you, Ubisoft. But yeah, like I said earlier, there will be an online leaderboard, and you can actually win exclusive cosmetic rewards depending on your score from online play. Keep in mind these items will be changed and not always the same, but that's all we know so far. Anyways, there you all go. I hope I explained everything somewhat well. Again, I'll try my best to answer your questions in the comments down below. I'll try to have that other video out in a day or 2 where I show you some things you may have missed. But until then, to stay up to date on everything Watch Dogs related, make sure to subscribe right here on UbiCentral.